session with Varun. Obviously, there was a lot of conversation between the session. What was that all about, and how is he get up for the semi-final?
That is just a normal routine session with Varun. He really enjoys just to have a single wicket practice a day before the game, where he can mentally just go through his process. I mean, the conversations we've had is just about sort of clarity, and for him just to walk away feeling good about his bowling.
Coach, team had a lengthy session yesterday, but there are news reports going on that session was delayed by 1 hour due to superstition, lunar eclipse. Is there any truth to it? If you can explain.
Yeah, look, I mean, I was told about the lunar eclipse, and the session was pushed backwards. But I think the most important thing to focus on was the quality the guys put in that hours with the train, which was great to see.
Morning, hi. Just wanted to check. India also hasn't had the perfect game coming into the semi-final, just like England. So, what have the conversations been like in the team leading up to the big semi-final, India versus England?
Yeah, I mean, for us, that is something we haven't really spoken about the perfect game. I think the quality of this team has been shown that on the day somebody can put their hand up and put up a performance. And then hopefully now in the last two games, especially now tomorrow night, we can put that special performance in. All we can do is work hard at training. Unfortunately, we all know how the game goes. That success is never guaranteed. But if we can give ourselves the best chance to go out and perform, that is what we strive for. And a big occasion tomorrow night here, semi-final. A great stadium to play a great game of cricket. So hopefully the boys can rock up tomorrow and just be calm and execute those skills.
The pitch for the first match against USA, we had a tricky one. So how does this look, and are you prepared for a kind of a different approach for this?
Yeah, to be honest, we not quite sure a day out how the wicket is going to play. I'm pretty sure you experience walking here, it's a lot hotter all of a sudden in India. So in terms of moisture and allowing the wicket not to dry out, I think it's going to be key, or for it to play well. So again, that's something that we can't control. Obviously, we try and keep our bases covered as best as possible. Team selection will go in terms of what do we see on game day, and then from there we just need to be smart in our skills of reading the conditions and adapting to it. Yes, plan A is you go in with some sort of idea, but the key is to find that skill of how to play on the wicket on a specific night. I mean, it's something we can't control.
Mone, you always highlighted about the dependency factor, not to be dependent on one or two bowlers in a tournament like this, in a World Cup like this. But in the last since the Pakistan game, Indian bowlers have conceded more than 175 runs in each innings. And Varun, obviously, he hadn't had the best games. So do you think that there is a little bit of reliance on Varun, because opponents with due respect to Netherlands and Zimbabwe, they have also got runs against our spinners and the rest of the bowlers?
Yeah, they're good teams. If you look at the scores in the World Cup and the surfaces, it's good. It's been good wickets. So I don't know if you expect us to bowl every team out for 120, 150. We're in a semi-final and we've won games of cricket, and the guys have done well. There's times where I can remember we had Rinku and Talak bowling in certain games, Booms and those guys not bowling their full quota. So I think for us, it's not how you get to the semi-finals. It's the next couple of, 2 games, how we're going to play that. And players, they play well. We know the margins are small in India, bowling especially. I don't read too much into that.
Hi, Morning. The last time the two teams played here, India won by 150 runs. I know a bilateral dead rubber is a bit different to a T20 World Cup semi-final, but can you just touch upon the differences England have made in the 13 months since you last played them in a T20 series to now?
Yeah, I think playing against England, a team that's street smart. Obviously, there's a lot of quality in their side. Batting quite long, deep, which makes them a very dangerous side. And then, with the ball also, they've got wicket-taking options. I think the way they approach the T20 game, fearless, trying to take the game on, will give you opportunities and makes them a dangerous side. So I feel tomorrow is going to be a good shootout.